angry or sexy?
Sexy.
Sexy for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll be in the shot here, right?
Ackles.
I'm gonna be angry and sexy.
I think I was actually a decent middle school kid.
I was not.
Tell me more.
Avoid having your parents called in the middle of the night by the police department 2 counties over. That was a long ride home. But you know, with today's technology, I could sneak out and be gone forever. But now most middle schoolers have phones or, Apple Watches or tracking devices like mine will. And you can't get away with the kind of stuff that I would get away with back in the day. So I would say, don't do that.
I was doing a scene with a very, very highly regarded actor who's had a huge career, and having this intense scene with him, and he forgot his line, and he started screaming, and he was like, "What's the line?" And that may have thrown some people off, but I just kind of settled back and kind of grinned a little bit and be like, all right, this is interesting. And it didn't faze me at all, and I attribute that to the countless hours that he and I put in honing this craft. So yeah.
What do you think is our best?
Oh gosh, you want to open up that?
Start with Jensen.
My favorite was probably Dean. Worst was in Boys.
The worst was The Boys?
It was good.
You're going to want to hit that exit door right there. No, explain yourself!
I loved it, but it's not really, yeah.
What the fuck did you say?
It was very different.
It's very different. It wasn't the Dean you were looking for.
It was very different.
I think that was my favorite.
It's different for me too.
The phrase that I have said the most is, "Hello, Dean." I don't know why, but it's pretty much like happens about 15 times per script.
Don't do that.
Hello, Dean. Hello, Dean. Hello, Dean.
There's some classic ones that obviously haven't needed to be repeated. Pudding's always a good one.
Pudding! My character Sam has said the words, "So get this," usually to Dean. "Dean, so get this. Turns out that the realtor, blah, 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 is a demon." And also said, according to the lore. According to the lore?
According to the idiots.
My character is a bit of a fish out of water. I'm an angel that's sort of from another realm. Don't really understand humans that well, no matter how much time I spend with them. I say these things that are a little bit off that tend, I think, to stick in one's memory, like, "Hey, ass butt. Hey, ass butt." Like, that's not a great confrontation slogan, but it's one of Cass's signature moves.
Son of a bitch. Would probably top the charts.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. It's all a bunch of lies, you poor stupid son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Oh, he's a crafty son of a bitch. Son of a bitch!
Yeah, I'd say if I had a go-to, it'd probably just be SOB.
I'm embarrassed to admit this. David Spade. I don't know what he did in his past life to earn this adoration from my wife, but she just thinks he's just great. So much so that we have a coffee mug in our cabinet that has David Spade's picture on it. So every morning when I make myself coffee and I open up that cabinet to get my coffee mug,
Tried that I didn't know if I'd like.
Misha forced us to
Basically.
do Pilates the other day.
Yes! Oh yeah, that's true. That's
true story.
True story.
We were in Toronto filming, and he was like, "Hey guys, you want to go work out tomorrow?" We were like, "Yeah, sure. What time do you want to meet in the gym?" He's like, "Oh, actually, there's a studio right around the corner from the hotel." I was like, "Studio?" I think we just call them gyms, man. It's like a gym. He's like, "No, it's a Pilates studio." And I was forced years ago to go with my lovely bride and spend a summer trying to build up as many brownie points as I possibly could, because we were engaged but not yet married. So I was, still trying to earn my keep, and still am, oddly enough.
Daniil is the one person on the planet who can look at Jensen in the eyes and go like, "Hey, you're handsome, but not handsome enough yet. Let's go to Pilates." He's like, yeah, fair enough.
We need to work on this.
Whatever's going on here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we mentioned this in an earlier Q&A, and yeah, Jared and me, cut to Jared and Misha and I in this poor Pilates studio, had no idea what hit them when the three of us walk in, and we're like, we should probably get the machines in the back corner. And thank God we did, because it looked like a train wreck was happening. We were just flop sweating.
I'm wearing these pants. He's wearing like sweatpants. Misha.
Yeah, I had Carhartts on, and
Misha has Crocs. We're like, what's going on here?
No, it was a comedy of errors. Felt bad for the instructor, who spent most of her time correcting our positions. But that was something that you hadn't.
I have done Pilates as of today exactly twice in my life. The first
you
time,
hadn't done it with a machine like that.
I haven't done it with an actual Pilates trainer. I was at a all-inclusive resort in Mexico in like 2001, 2002.
Yeah, okay, White Lotus. We don't need to know what happened there.
And there was this guy there. He was super handsome. No, but like the Pilates instructor also didn't know how to operate the machine. It was just like somebody they got from like the streets, and they're like, okay.
It was a waiter.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, he was at the restaurant later that night, like serving us dinner. No, so I had never really done Pilates. Jen, by the way, for those who haven't heard it, so we do Pilates with Misha, and then get home, and Jen has like texted, and I'm like, hey, sorry, I did it on my phone. I was at Pilates with Jensen and Misha. She's like, wait, what? I was like, yeah, there's a Pilates studio like around the corner from the hotel in Toronto, and so we went this morning, and she's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I ask you to do Pilates all the time, but Jensen and Misha ask you to do it? And now you're like, oh, I'm in Toronto going to Pilates. And she's like, wait a second. Like, what did you wear? And I was like, oh, well, there are these socks that you wear. She's like, I know what they are. I have like 7 pair. I'm like, so yeah, that was something I did enjoy it. I don't consider myself a very competitive person, especially when I know I'm going to lose. But I did find myself grunting through some positions that probably aren't meant for somebody who's 6'5", 200 plus pounds. It didn't feel good, especially going back to set the next day and doing some stunt kind of work on this TV show called The Boys. Yeah. So if I'm limping around a little bit in my scenes in The Boys, you know why. You heard it here first.
As a rule, no tongue. And it is kind of it's a bit of a known thing with actors that you just, you can make it look like but you just kind of keep the tongue in your mouth, and that's relative. Are there any children in the audience today? Nah. Okay. And after about take 2 or 3, boom, in with the tongue she comes.
Really? And here's the thing, when that happens, you have no choice but to try to defend yourself.
So it's like,
Firm conclusion. Every time you mess up, I have to stand up and sit back down.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
My legs are tired.
I cannot open it.
Rolling.
I cannot open it.
Friend! Do you want to play with the guns and have 1,000 props to do while you say your line?
Open the window, you
can't! They closed the latch too much! I cannot physically open this window!
How am I supposed to get to my mark first if you get in first?
And then stole his face. Looks like. Why would you hand it to me upside down?
Wait.
You try fake throwing something.
Hey guys, who am I?
Should be.
And what about real life? Real life?
Police comb the place. I always come up. You hear something?
What was that?
Okay, call him back, tell him to get inside, stay the hell away from that fog. I said, tell him to... Siri, now is not the time!